first one that we're going to bring out was one of our top placers in the Smash 4 side of things. He's been one of our top placers in pretty much every Ultimate bracket for a long, long time. And he also plays a very projectile-heavy character. Once again, please welcome to the front, it is JDV!
Hello. What is this?
One of our children that moved away from the nest. He's back
all right.
for the reunion. People do that when we have reunions. They leave and then they come back. But we have all the way from, I believe it is,
we gotta kill him.
Now.
I have a bit I'm gonna do.
Since the glory days, since 2015. He's been around as long as WGA. It is Flawless Ludo.
I can't believe we can't post the VOD on YouTube. Oh. POV me reading Gyromite's introductions as an MC. Sorry, we're back. He can do it all. He can TO, he can MC, he can commentate. Can he play the game?
Yeah.
That's a good enough answer for me.
I could at one point. I'm a little old now. I'm a little old on the sticks.
That's a good enough answer for me. If it's that's better than you just going, oh, no.
I won like 3 games. Or I won like 3 sets today.
Hey,
like 2 in Smash 4, one in Ultimate, you know.
That's more than me.
I
only entered 1 bracket, but that's more than me.
I side B a lot, I use gyro a lot, and I down air a lot.
Yeah, we love that. Those are good moves to use a lot.
Those are the big moves.
Look, as a Texan, seeing a Rob warms my heart.
Exactly.
I love that. I love that guy.
We got what's the guy down there? That plays Red Rob.
Wait, out of all the Texas Robs, you're gonna bring up Sassy?
Yes, that's who I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of Sassy.
Not Grayson, not even Geo, not Cosmo, the artist formerly known as King K.
Nope.
Not Atomic.
I remember.
But we're gonna bring up Sassy because you're an old head.
I remember Sassy at like Genesis 5
not
or something.
Oracle.
Vaguely
How
heard
many
of Oracle.
ROMs do you have?
Oh, there are more.
You
I can
just kept
continue to
naming
go
them.
on.
God, I would rather this.
Oh, we get the.
It's a wonderful world out there.
We got Game & Watch?
Yes. So,
fellas, would you like to fill me in? Because as far as I know, these are not 2 characters these 2 play.
no, okay, so the Falco has been a Ludo, secondary for a bit. So this is a character that he brings out for certain things. Like, he uses this for the matchups for Mario that just suck so bad. Like Shulkin's Game & Watch. No, so the Falco is for the Pac-Man because it's better than Mario.
Yes.
But JDV is now using the Game & Watch because the Ludo's Falco was it had an unbelievably good record on it until he just gave up on it. So this is where the Pac-Man's been coming out for certain things like this, where Ludo still opts to play Falco into a matchup like this. Just, all the other bad Falco matchups are somehow a little bit better than they are for Mario. But, gets the weak Sour Bear right there.
I love that. I love that ever since Smash 4, it's just been, okay, like Falco's Dare should probably be like the most insane thing you've ever seen.
My
Like,
gosh.
it should just be the most insane thing you've ever seen in your life, right? Like, that's just something that we're going to do now. Oh my god, they both spot dodged.
I mean, you know what Falco says when he has his final smash. Personally, he prefers the air. And all of his aerials are very strong. Strong back air, strong forwarder, strong downer, strong aerial down B. He does everything.
Yes, indeed. And I can see why Ludo would say, hey, against JDV, if you're going to go with one of your two characters, if you're going to get into a counter pick war, this would probably be the one that Mario probably does a little worse against Pac-Man than Falco does against Game & Watch, as long as you're confident in it. And you get to say the Falco would be going up against JDV's secondary Game & Watch, right? So my secondary versus your secondary, I've got a more favorable matchup. Seems like it makes sense.
Yep. It is a little bit of a struggle still, but there's a lot of good tools that Falco has, especially into this matchup. You know, you're able to really match, you know, the up B. If you catch that out of shield, you can jump and hit it like an up air, or any of your aerials actually there. But then you also have the up smash to kind of match key there. You have the intangible legs just in case, you know, JDV goes from a little too high up. You have options. It's still bad. You're going to die there. Unfortunately, you know, air dodge does just get stuffed out by the stage sometimes.
Well, that also has to do with the type of air dodge that Falco has, right? Being more of a fast faller, right? Just you don't get to maintain that horizontal as much. You start to arc down a lot faster, so you can indeed miss the ledge, just kind of bonk off the bottom of it pretty frequently. And without your double jump, you are as good as dead as a Falco player. But JDV doing his best to, say, I guess, like, you know, tribute to Snickledorf a little bit, right?
What's your kill confirm here? Do you just go for raw back air? Do you try to, you know, get a grab? What's the game plan here?
I mean, you don't get a true kill confirm at this % on Game & Watch out of anything. You're going to try and hit like a fair when they're like getting off ledge. You're going to try and hit like a raw down tilt, but back air is going to be especially hard. I guess you do have like a close side B like that in up air, but that like wasn't really expecting you to kind of rip that, to be honest.
Which is, like, yeah, let's be 100%. That is insanely risky because that does not cross up people's shields in this game, unlike Smash 4, which we watched earlier, and that can get you just straight up killed against Game & Watch because this character is insane.
Oh, yeah.
JDV not tracking that aerial drift, though. I mean, a lot of people will, in those juggle situations, they will instinctively try to drift over towards center stage because they're afraid of, you know, getting edge guarded and everything. But that does get you out of the combo sooner, so generally, like, it is a little bit more safe to actually drift off stage. The ledge is a safe place to be.
It is definitely not the worst place to be. Okay, yeah, I mean, you're not getting a whole lot. That was a weird key
interesting
hit.
Key, yeah.
Like landing hit like windbox Ludo there? I don't even know. Oh, is this
back air? No, did not read the DI. That is something that your opponent can mix up depending on which hit of the up tilt 2 that they get hit by. There are different hitboxes on that. There was really good DI, really good recognition there by JDV to drift towards the center of the stage. Ludo now down to last stock, and look, I mean, I don't want to be the one to say it, but if we're really going to channel the spirit of Snickledorf, you know, game's not over.
Gotta throw it out. Gotta throw it out.
You also don't even need it, honestly. Game & Watch, you can even have this game in the blink of an eye, except for that frame 1 reflector, which cannot be understated, is so helpful in those wars against the Game & Watch up airs.
You might start seeing him stop going for that up air if that reflector comes out a couple more times. He's going to become aware of that option sooner rather than later.
I'm sure he knows, but it's one of those things where most of the time you're like relatively still going to throw out to get like just a free juggle going. But that, side B is the real factor here in this matchup.
A great confirm.
Not only that, but I mean, that again, that is not the safest thing to go for, and depending on what percentages your spacing that you have to do that at does change up a little bit. And on top of that, whether you have to do it in the air or on the ground to really get your optimal combo off of it. But really good recognition there, and also just to throw it out there again, kind of risky because if your opponent shields it, you do take a really big punish. But Ludo, not playing with any fear, has gotten that side special into the combos pretty frequently.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. 1-0.
It is a really good burst option at that too. So it's like that is always a thing to kind of like really pay attention. So it comes out, it does combo into so much. Up tilt right there, catching JDV's jump. That's gonna be a quick little 51% combo right there. Really trying to. That's a little scary. Good air dodge though to get back, but
oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, up tilt there, almost ripped a back air right there. Game & Watch, if you get a good back air right there, like at the ledge, it could just kill.
I'm quite interested to hear why we picked this stage if we're JDV. because you would think that platforms allows Falco to be in the air more. I'm not sure you would want to go here if you want to get out of disadvantage quicker if you're going up against a Falco player.
It's really all about the juggles, honestly, because Game & Watch loves to get the extra percentage and not really letting somebody land because they've got those platforms in the way. And off the ledge
the
right
classic.
there does limit the movement a little bit as well, catching a nice read on that roll with the up smash. The big scuba helmet is going to get JDV on the board, and now we see the danger of that side special, a punish, but nothing big because went immediately for that up air. Got stuffed out by the reflector, and now Ludo right back into this one.
He has really gotten a lot of mileage off of that Phantom. That's maybe the third kill this set that he's gotten off of Phantom. It's really working for him.
Yeah, it is really good. Oh, okay. Yeah, but throw it out like a lot in just a lot of different situations, so it's kind of hard to predict exactly when they might go for it. Landing hit a key, had the parry all too.
But you have to remember the second hit of the key. That landing hit is the other important one. You can't miss the parry against either of them. If you miss the first one, I do believe you get locked out of the second one. Called out that short hop, no fast fall down air. You've got more balls than me. I would not be challenging a Game & Watch smash attack if it were up to my decision making.
Oh, gets a little dare bear there, but Battlefield has decently sized blast zones. It's kind of hard to get a good kill like that. Oh, catches
all the way
that
across
out.
the stage from way downtown.
It is difficult, but back air solves many problems, and Ludo has been very much relying on it. Now with the combo off of the down air, forgoes the landing hitbox parry and immediately, intelligently goes for the down air. Ready for the tech somehow, ready for the tech somehow, ×2!
Good
There's
recovery right there, getting the right angle there, but that is, it is Game & Watch, so you kind of get a lot of tries when you want to, where the up B does kind of send Ludo
Why
off.
Why are we going off stage at 0 again as Falco?
Yeah.
Good DI right there, no rage, does let JDV stay alive. Ludo again going off stage at 0 as Falco!
Back throw, yep.
It is infuriating me.
As someone who is a frequent spectator of Washington Smash, it is so refreshing to see some hyper-aggressive Falco play. It's not something we see a lot here.
It's, I want my desires to see fast games and my desires to see fundies are fighting inside of my heart right now. It makes me nervous. It makes me worried. It makes me nervous.
That is a word, all right.
No, it's not.
It is. No, I won't.
Oh, no! It is simply over, my friends.
He gave it to him.
Maybe he was right to go off stage because at the end of the day,
What percent was that down smash hit at?
was it like 60
He was
something?
charging that for a long time.
Yeah. It's charged up for a long time. Again, this is why, even though I am but a humble, simple commentator that goes anywhere between 1 and 2 and 4 and 2 in this game, I wouldn't be challenging Game & Watch smash attacks personally.
I'd be like, hey, you do you. I'll just wait over here.
You got it.
Yeah, finish off whatever you got to do. I'll show up after. Have fun with that. Good luck.
We're now down to small battlefield here.
Smash Battlefield.
Smash
Yep.
Battlefield. What are we getting here? Yeah, a little juggle situation. Going for the little up B right there, down smash. Why not? You get to. So just throw it on out. Ludo has center stage right now, but JDV gets that jab, calls a little drop shield.
You are not DIing out on that, and I can tell. Nice spacing right there with that jump in. That's what I like to see, a non-committal approach to those smash attacks. You don't have to throw out a hitbox. You can space around them. I know they're really difficult to punish, but the most important thing is to not get hit by them, and Ludo doing a much better job of that here at the start of this game number 3.
That was a great grab find right there, and resets the situation to his favor. These fair drag downs at ledge are always so interesting because I don't know what to ever expect from players in those situations.
Side B off ledge again, don't do it. JDV was looking for it. Ludo did not give it to him. Is now trying to space around those smash attacks yet again. Nice little drift up forward air off the ledge as well. Double laser just to reset the ledge situation, but knows once the Game & Watch is out of hit stun, there is just nothing you can do to challenge him. I'm loving this patience.
Again, a lot of these fair drag tones. Down tilt is finding a lot of mileage, especially this game right here. That time it is going to get the close hit, so that is going to find the kill, especially on Game & Watch at that percent.
Schleich.
Absolutely. But now JDV just finds another smash right there. You know,
the old Jonas special, the explosion and then smash attack inside of it.
Just throw it out. Why not? They might not see it.
Exactly.
Good final at Dare, actually. I've been loving Ludo's Dare usage. I mean, just use it. It's Falco Dare. It's really good. But definitely finding a lot of connections out of it to get a lot of percent racked up. Has to get off this ledge right here, but JDV doing a much better job of ledge trapping this game than in the prior few. I know it can be hard against Falco because you have a lot of options. You know, high jump and all that, plus good burst. Good grab find.
Love the empty hop grab right there. Now just controlling center stage, waiting for the Game & Watch to approach, but an aerial on your shield does not an opening make against this character. You have to mind that 3-frame up B that can be done out of shield or even on your shield. Yes, indeed, both of them are safe. And there's the spacing again, not getting away with those free smash attacks like we saw earlier in the set.
A little poke. A little poke, get him out of here.
Dunk. Nice safe get-up attack. I like that people have been opting to do that a lot more in late Ultimate metagame. Just say, look, it's best to not be stuck at the ledge. Ledge traffic is so strong in this game.
It's not an option that you used to see people go for a lot. A lot of people are like, oh, why would you go for a get-up attack? It's kind of a noob thing to do. And now it works.
And it's also just, we've been trained to remember from past games that it was not a good, are you dead? No. Okay, we're not going for any DI mix-ups, no turnaround into the back air.
Oh,
and there is the down air, so you've paid the price once for going off stage, but you've also made your opponent do the same while you are out there. So 50-50 shot at success.
Now, going into Game 4, do we see the counter pick here? Do we see the Pac-Man come out from JDV? No.
I was about to say, I mean, although it looks like Ludo is a lot more in control of the matchup compared to that game number 2, again, there's a reason that the Game & Watch has been coming out, and it's because you don't want to face down the Falco with the Pac-Man. That is just simply not a viable matchup unless you think you can really outplay your opponent. The way that Ludo's playing right now, I'd be matchup checking too.
Screen.
Yeah, well, we are getting a classic little Falco club right there, 66%.
Yeah, you didn't miss much.
You know, it's the usual. You get an up tilt, you get a couple up airs.
This is not a game where you look at the game. How did the Game & Watch get to 66%? You look at the other character. Oh, I can see it in my mind's eye.
Makes sense. Yes.
It's the same thing that happens in the thousands of other games we see with Falco. I see it in my own games.
Woo. Okay, back to controlling center stage. Man, JDV is getting eaten alive by these empty hop in aerials.
What?
Into the grabs.
The Phantom.
Bop.
That was like a weird little trade hit because JDV still got like a little bit of stun, but the berry did connect with Ludo anyways.
That does come from the fact that, again, the Game & Watch does have some surprisingly disjointed hitboxes, and Falco, if he does kind of run into that situation, if he is not getting traded out, especially, he'll just kind of clank, be left in some ending lag. Again, we see the tomahawk grab.
I think it's the first bucket that I saw come out too, bucketing the laser.
Yeah, I mean, bucket is not exactly the best option against laser because you don't really get a good oil spill out of it for the most part. It doesn't
you
do
don't
a lot
say
of
no
damage.
to having a super fast move, but yeah, it's like not. We also have not seen Ludo fire, more than one laser. I think that was the first laser we saw in the entire set.
There was like one a little early. That was a noise I made.
Okay, getting something started here.
I'd be feeling that. But once again, how did the Game & Watch get to 73%? Well, it's 2 grabs.
Yeah. Okay, but getting back. Oh, okay, fine. It's a little cheeky hit right there.
Are we going off stage again? Yes, but a much earlier recovery there from JDV. Getting right to the ledge, and these two are just trading turns for edge guarding. And again, watch your step. The Falco Phantasm will strike.
Ludo was just opting to go to the platform to kind of mix up recovery there and found a kill off of it. That's an up smash. Yeah, that's the other part of it. You're like, how did Falco die? Up smash.
How did Game & Watch secure this kill? Oh, a smash attack? Crazy! Wow!
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, get the tech roll in right there. Ludo now has the center stage right here. Game & Watch does struggle to kind of get a little bit of the approach right there. Doesn't get much of a combo out of that. That's a little unfortunate for Ludo. Had maybe something lined up, but Now got to win neutral again.
And Ludo has been pressing buttons on a pretty consistent tempo in these scramble situations, and I'm surprised that JDV hasn't been taking advantage of it even more, because honestly, Falco does not have a ton of super safe stuff where he did. Great
good
mash.
Good mash.
Chance time!
Yeah, just given good space right there to just like not gonna bother challenging that up smash right there.
There to mix up the timing, bomb the set off stage. Up there's not what JDV wanted at all, I'd have to assume. Nice mix up on the recovery as well. JDV again getting deked off stage. Ludo somehow finding a way to stay alive.
Oh my gosh,
up tilt barely.
The up tilt did not connect.
I think the chair pushed Watch enough far, like enough distance forward that the whip.
Side profile? I don't know what to call it when it's not a low profile or a high profile. Nice drift off stage.
It's a 2D character, I mean.
In a 2.5D world.
Yeah, it can't be hurt box shifting.
149%. This Falco is looking worse for wear, but the Game & Watch is not safe either. High percentages means you fall out of the Snapping Turtles hit. Side B did not get punished, wasn't ready to pull the trigger with the up special either. JDV still has a chance.
Phantom footstool right there. The fair is going to send JDV off. Tries to go for something like that again. This side B is going to find a connection soon. Back throw. That laser never hits. Good. Right there, but unfortunately, JDV, good recovery.
Regrab. The classic, the ultimate unique mechanic. You can't regrab the ledge and retain your invincibility.
It will go away indeed, and so that downer was as free as they come for JDV, who pushes us to 2 out of 2 Game 5s thus far in this top 4. And I gotta say, guys, I was thinking during that game about how the letter E is quite a versatile letter in the English alphabet.
Yeah?
What?
It came to mind. You know, we've been watching a lot of games thus far.
I mean, yeah.
You're not wrong.
Look, I spit facts only here on the stream, and I hope you all come to terms with that. Regardless, we are here for Game 5. There is no more time for filler, fellas. We are on Hollow Bastion, seeking out who will make it into winner's side of Grand Finals.
No
arguments.
This is a small,
I love to hear it.
You're so right.
I love 2 co-commentators that are on the same page as me.
There we go. Finding a grab right there. Yeah, cheeky 2 up airs. You know, you're not finding much out of it.
Nice. I love using the up air to cover his way back on the stage too, because we have seen JDV kind of struggle a little bit with the Falco off stage against him. I think that Ludo has done a really good job of locking onto the timing of those recoveries, but just tossing out the torch to take that first stock. That is what you get for having too many empty hop grab approaches. That is exactly what that is there to call out.
Let's cook this bird. Let's have some burnt chicken for dinner.
Delicious.
Delicious. Some roasted pollo.
Something tries to maybe go for a drag down right there. Has to find this kill before Game & Watch really racks up a lot of percent, but this is where JDV starts to get things going. Knowing good knowledge right there that Game & Watch actually gets hit by up smash there.
Yeah. Famously an unreliable move, but JDV will be falling down to it. Ludo right back to the ledge trapping. Tried for the tri-state twist, but was actually a calendar week early.
Gets the little fair right there off that one. Big beak, big beak. But JDV now gets a little juggle situation going. Ludo does find his way back down the stage. Goes for a bit of a heavy dare right there, but you know, JDV,
learned his lesson, mixed up the timing, made it really look like he was going to go in for that down air, which we've seen so many times to try to challenge those smash attacks. And I think has caught on to the fact that JDV is actively scouting out for that. That's why we saw that drift back. Falco has really good aerial drift. He's able to go back, or air acceleration, I guess is what you're looking for. Able to go back and do that in air, but still getting called out for a lot of these jumps. However, the DI mix-up on that up throw does catch JDV off guard. We've got final game, final stock.
Last stock, even game, Game 5. What more could you ask for as a pair of 3 commentators on a couch.
The only thing I could have asked for was for JDV to just say, I'm going to go for this side B for Snickeldorf. And if the fates truly favored you, if this was truly scripted, it would have been on it.
I hope he goes for it. There's still time.
There's still time.
There's a whole 2 more sets to play, potentially 3.
But I'll tell you this, JDV wants to win. Does not want to go down to this back air just yet. That's the fakest kill spark I've ever seen, and yet I believed it.
Oh, no!
Oh, this tech, because
Oh, no!
at the very end, for the first time in the set, the edge guarding actually comes back to bite Ludo, who is too happy to get off the ledge at the same timing and got caught off guard by the fire. And that will be a Game 5 W for JDV.
Now, I mean, JDV was kind of pretty late to pull the trigger on those uppies a lot of the time, so I think just really caught Ludo off with that timing. Just was like, for once, like, yeah, I'm just going to uppie right away. Because, you know, Ludo has been really putting out a lot of dares, a lot of those side Bs to try and catch the spike, getting back to the ledge there. But
all right, next.